Colorado Rockies franchise World Series. It's a rematch to 2007. Back then, nearly 20 years ago, the Rockies got swept. And this time, they've got their chance at redemption. Rockies Red Sox to finish Rocktober. Made it back for the first time in many years. And we're still not rated very highly on the game. Still one of the league's worst teams, supposedly. But we played above expectations. And we've got a chance to win it all. This Red Sox team is pretty good. They've made some trades. And they've really solidified their rotation. But it's a pretty familiar group to what you're familiar with in real life. However, this is the big one. They are headlined by former Cy Young Award winner and obvious ace Tarek Skubal. We actually offered him in free agency, but couldn't get the job done. So he's there. They traded Roman Anthony to the Marlins in exchange for Sandy Alcantara at the very start of this franchise. Also got Tanner Houck. We'll see Cutter Crawford, maybe some Brian Bayo. Luis Perales is up with the big league team. They have Alek Manoah, Quinn Priester, of course. Their rotation is quite good. Their relief pitchers, maybe that's where we beat them. This does not seem like a really, really good bullpen. So maybe we'll see a lot of starters. Their closer is Garth Hutchins, who actually has really good hit per nine. 30 years old from the Netherlands. Where do they find this guy? I don't know. Connor Wong behind the plate. He's actually hitting pretty well. A healthy Tristan Casas at first base. Alex Bregman. Christian Campbell is having an insane postseason. Hitting over 400 with 4 homers and 52 at-bats. Devers is obviously mashing. They've got Marcelo Meyer up. David Hamilton is injured. Jarren Duran is injured. He will miss the World Series. I guess they're playing Yoshida in left with Ceddanne Rafaela in center. Also Christian Pache. I guess they're focusing on defense there. And then we'll see Wilyer Abreu and the password, Just Nixon Garcia. It's a beatable team, but it's a team that's absolutely going to be able to hit. The good news for us is that we have an absolute ace on the hill. He has been an incredible player throughout this postseason run. In fact, he's actually yet to allow a run throughout the entire postseason. And we're on the road here at Fenway. Maybe should change our pants to a gray, but black uniforms throughout Rocktober. That's the deal. That's the deal. World Series Game 1 at Fenway. Jesus Luzardo is ready to go. His ERA is 5.63 below Max Meyer, who was great for us all year. Obviously not so great in the playoffs, but I mean, Ryan Feltner, who took a no-hitter into the 7th inning last time out, has an amazing 1.5 ERA. Luzardo's is a full run and a half under that. The fact that he has yet to allow a run throughout all of the postseason, 24 2/3, while striking out 30, it's unbelievable. I mean, it really reminds me of Madison Bumgarner, prime San Francisco Giants, just carrying that team across the finish line. Our lineup has some work to do. Yanquiel Fernandez is going to get the start in left field. We still have Matt Vierling hitting at the top of the lineup. This is the World Series, right? We're going to make some changes if guys continue to struggle in certain spots. But for the most part, Matt Vierling's hit the ball pretty well. The results just aren't quite there. So that's the big difference right now. We've got to believe in our guy. We traded for him at the deadline. I think he can be something for us. He's had some moments, but trying to get our revenge here at Fenway Park, home of the Boston Red Sox We have made it to the World Series. Unbelievable scenes here. Kind of a Cinderella run by this Rockies team. We've got some good players, but I think we pretty much all agree we're lacking a star. We have no star hitter on offense. Luzardo is blossoming into that star on defense, but the fact that right now we are being dragged to the finish line by our pitching, how long is that going to last, especially against a really talented Red Sox team? Tarek Skubal takes the mound for Boston. A big signing that has obviously paid dividends for them already. Here we go. Rockies, Red Sox. Skubal has the ball. He's ready to go. We're ready to go. We've got our lineup that is built to hit lefties. Whether or not they're going to be able to do that against Skubal remains to be seen. So far this postseason, he hasn't quite been Luzardo, but he's been pretty close. 3-0 in 3 starts. 19 innings with a sub-2 ERA, whip just over 1. Has struck out only 15. But already has 2 strikes on No Joe. As we're gonna get zone hitting off. We're gonna go back to the attributes. Trust me. October could be coming to an end one way or another. I think it will be. Whether or not we're hoisting the World Series trophy remains to be seen. That one was a bit high. 99, way up and out of the zone. Could not hold up. Not a great start here. I mean, we're facing a really deceptive pitcher. A true ace. And he is throwing gas to start. Absolute gas. And already, Michael Toglia is in the hole, 1-2. Strike 3, circle change on the black. Pretty good start for Tarek Skubal. We're going to need to shove with Luzardo. That was a disaster first inning. Skubal looks pretty good. Thought that change was going to fall out of the zone. It did not. We know what this guy can do. He's really living up to that first name. His pitching has been godly here in this run. Hopefully that can continue. The Red Sox have some really, really good hitters in their lineup. Thankfully, a few of them are lefty, though. Wilyer Abreu, Tristan Casas, Rafael Devers. Obviously hurt, but Jaron Duran.
Ball 3.
Full count to start. Marcelo Meyer, another lefty. 3-2. Got him swinging. Abreu looking for something else out ahead of that slider. And Luzardo picking up right where he left off. Huge road start. Game 1 of the World Series. You thought maybe he'd be able to accomplish that if he stayed in Philadelphia. He actually helped us beat his former team. And now is pitching in the World Series as a Colorado Rocky. Will face the young shortstop Marcelo Meyer. He's fighting to stay alive. Show him that curveball. Bury this down. He's just staying alive, getting a piece. Try to get the sinker in on the hands. He wants to foul it off. He doesn't even get a chance to. Well behind his sinker. He's headed back to the dugout. Back-to-back Ks for Luzardo. But this is a real tough customer. Rafael Devers, for all that he lacks as a defender, can absolutely hit. This guy can mash. And Luzardo does not get the call down and away. Going to be a 2-out base runner for Boston on what looked to be a pretty good pitch. Did not get the call. Very interesting strike zone already. Way ahead of the sinker. I think the slider could put him away. A little bit of a hanger, but Toglia snags it, steps on first. And we're to the second inning. Looking to be a real pitcher's duel. Maybe we can find something. Work the count, work some of these at-bats, and make Skubal throw pitches. This is not a guy we want to see for 9 innings. Their bullpen, we've already decided, is probably the weak point of this entire team. But we'll see if we can even get into that bullpen. Skubal's looking really, really, really good to start. But not getting Tovar to chase away. This is probably where he tries to fire back inside. And that's kind of what he does. Middle in. Good timing for Tovar, but cannot put it in play. Fastball low. Tovar works a walk, and I think you just got to take that pitch. I know he struck out with 2 outs in the first inning, but you're not going to do anything with that anyway. If it's close, you might get the call. Let Skubal give you the free pass. Leadoff runner on for Brenton Doyle. 3-1. This feels like an awesome time to hit and run. I know Tovar does not steal all that well. Tough to run on a lefty maybe. But we're going to put him in motion and send him right back. Fly ball to right. Abreu is there. First out of the inning. 3-1. Got a fastball to hit. The problem is it's a lot easier said than done to just turn around 98. Skubal is a problem. Sinker in, 2-1. Yanquiel Fernandez getting the start against the lefty. And this one might end up being 2 to Meyer. Back to Bregman, double play, inning over. Got a fastball to hit, timed it up, but sent it right to the shortstop. And we're going to have trouble against Skubal today. Was hoping that could end up getting through the hole there, but not hit hard enough, and Meyer got to it very, very easily. It will be a pitcher's duel today. And we're not getting the lower part of the zone, I'll tell you that. Luzardo is getting squeezed, because you know who that was a strike for? It was a strike for Tarek Skubal. We struck out to end the inning on the exact same pitch. The same spot. No Joe against the lefty getting the start at third base. You know, the entire year we went out, we tried to get someone that could really hit lefties better. The best we could end up doing was Matt Vierling. But we still have issues in our infield, as we will face the absolute red-hot Christian Campbell. Hitting over 400 in the playoffs, 4 homers, but he strikes out on the fastball. High heat from Luzardo. 3 Ks already. Bregman's also a really, really good hitter, though. Only 255 in the playoffs. He's hitting down 7th in the order. But it is a stacked Red Sox lineup. And at this point in his career, maybe not the strangest thing. But the deal with Bregman, here's the thing. This guy can pull the ball in the air and do damage. We give him nothing to pull. Put the ball away, live with the results. He hits this way deep to center field. Doyle going back. In front of the wall, makes the catch. Inning over. Bregman gave it a ride, but hit it to a pretty deep part of the ballpark. And no chance. No chance is what we'll tell ourselves. Back to work against Tarek Skubal. It's Samuel Basayo, and no one seems to be able to hit that fastball. Good timing, but fouled back, 1-2. And Basayo gave that one a ride, ripped it to left field, hit really hard lefty-lefty, and that's a testament to how good of a hitter Samuel Basayo is, that it doesn't really matter the handedness of the pitcher. What matters is that Basayo hits the ball hard almost every time he makes contact. And we have the leadoff hitter on again. Owen Miller to the plate. Numbers are not super impressive. They're not terrible, but he's been clutch, and he sends this one fairly deep to right center field. That's chasing Abreu back, but he covers a lot of ground and makes the catch right in front of the track for out number 1. Man, Owen Miller gave it a ride. Walk-off hero in the postseason already. Can't get us on the board. It was a slider up in the zone. Could not turn it around. Again, against the lefty. We've got a very interesting lineup. Jefferson Caro went 0 for 3 last game and had a great start to the playoffs. has been ice cold since then, but his defense is really, really valuable. We keep Asayo in the lineup as a big-time power threat, as Caro check swing called strike. Hits the changeup fairly hard, but pulled foul. We just got to get that pitch count up. 41 is not awful right now. If we can get another base runner and not ground out into a double play, that pitch count's going to be well above 50, I'd like to think, here in the third inning, which is you're getting into a better spot where you can get him out of the game maybe after 6. Sky-high fly ball. Again at Abreu. Less ground to cover that time. And back up to the top of our order. I mean, this is the guy you want up. 2-2 count to Nolan Jones. Has yet to find that postseason home run. That's 98 up and in on the hands. How about that for a 2-strike pitch? No, Joe hits it firmly towards center. Unfortunately, right at the center fielder. Is that Masataka Yoshida playing center field? That is a bizarre lineup choice. But I guess I got to get his bat in the lineup. Especially, it's actually not Abreu at right. It's just Nixon Garcia, who's been playing right field. He's actually having quite a postseason. That trend continues. Luzardo allows the leadoff hitter to hit into right field safely. And he's on first base, as we'll see Yoshida take a ground ball double play here. I mean, Yoshida's a good contact guy. He's likely to put into play. Just got to get him on the ground. And I don't care if he hits it hard on the ground. Just hit it on the ground. And hopefully turn 2, but it won't happen. Back-to-back hits against Luzardo, and the ball's thrown away! It's out of play. Runners advance. What is that from Yanquiel Fernandez? He couldn't handle the throw to second base from shallow left? Second and third. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter Wilyer Abreu is at the plate. We need a strikeout. Got him in the first inning. We need a strikeout. Didn't get it. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Nobody out against Luzardo. Oh, no. Marcelo Meyer. Bases juiced. He got him jammed. He pops up to Luzardo. Does it himself. Big out. Again, he has yet to allow a run the entire postseason. Don't believe that runner on third would be earned with the big error, as we face a very, very tough hitter here. Rafael Devers, bases loaded. Sinker pulled foul. Searching for that strikeout. And we got it! Devers goes chasing. Back-to-back outs with the bases loaded. Devers with a whiff. Casas has struggled. Hopefully that's a trend that continues. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. It nearly hit him. That would have forced in a run. Back to the slider. That's going to get by Tolia. 1 run will score. And that is the first run allowed by Luzardo in the last 25-plus innings. 2-out hit on the slider. Didn't get away enough. And the Red Sox go up 1-0 against our ace. And in this type of a game, that could be the run that wins it. We are on the verge of walking a run. Big, big swing and miss on the fastball. Going change up. Strike 3. Luzardo got out of it. Huge strikeout. Again, no help in this one. Ezekiel Fernandez launching it into the dugout, into the stands, basically. Absolutely terrible. But, they are going to call that an earned run. But great pitching. And two former teammates square off. And Vierling gets the better of him! Keep him hitting second! This is what he can do! Vierling has tied it! Over the Green Monster, onto Lansdowne Street. Scooble can't believe it. Matt Vierling, his moment has come as a Rocky. Solo shot to knot us at 1. No doubt about it. Vierling has taken Tarek Skubal, his former teammate, deep. What a start to the inning. Fastball down the middle, he didn't miss it. Tolia, however, did it. Good timing. Can't get on it. That's how hard it is against Skubal. Tolia is a threat to move down in the order. He's not hitting, he's not slugging, he's not getting on base. He's someone that may be down for game 2. Do something to make me keep you here. Tolia deep to left. This one's got a chance. If it's fair, it's gone. And it's back-to-back bombs off Skubal. Michael Tolia. Welcome to the postseason. His numbers haven't been great. Was slugging under 400. But his third homer is going to take those numbers up a little bit more. Michael Tolia kept it fair. This one stayed on the Green Monster, at least, for the fans. But somehow, we have given Jesus Luzardo run support. Hasn't really happened the entire playoffs.
2-2.
And we have taken the lead off Tarek Skubal in the 4th inning. Still nobody out. Strikeout. Tovar tips it into the glove of Connor Wong. 3rd K for Skubal. Just early on that. Pitch count's approaching 70. Here's number 70.
Ball.
Knuckle curve low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Energy's coming down a bit. This is where we really need to make Skubal work. Extend this inning. Get a base runner on. Make him sweat a little bit. Like, solo shots are big, right? Because they give you points, give you runs instantly. But you want to make him sweat out a base runner a little bit. Extend the inning that way. Make him think about somebody on. Doyle flies out to the password. As Ezekiel Fernandez has a chance to make up for a massive error. But he's not looking good right now. Good timing, completely whiffs on a fastball. He's had a tough postseason. Has homered, but hitting just 150. And Ezekiel Fernandez actually gives this one a ride, but not going to be hit deep enough to do any damage. But the damage was done. Back-to-back homers from 2 and 3 in this Rockies order. Vierling and Tolia makes it 2-1 Colorado. Absolutely massive. See if we can dial back in on the hill. Haven't gotten the best calls, haven't had the best defense behind Luzardo. Again, I cannot believe Fernandez launched it by everybody. That was incredible. How bad that was. Bregman gave it a ride earlier. That's pitch number 80 from Luzardo, but this is a quick inning that could keep him out there. Obviously labored quite a bit in that 3rd. But this is a great 4th inning so far. I'm going to go challenge fastball. Got him! Upstairs! Garcia can't catch up. Big inning for Luzardo. Really, really dialed back in. But it is a pitcher's duel so far. I mean, we've seen a couple of runs go by, but nothing crazy. 6 Ks for Jesus, as we'll try and knock Skubal out of the game. Pitch count in a very similar spot to where Luzardo was. We need to make him throw more pitches. Basayo does own one of the 3 Rockies hits, although, you know, a few fewer bases than Vierling and Tolia had. Wouldn't mind some damage here. Foul balls are cool. At least makes Skubal work. He's got to throw more pitches. And a lot of these have been in the zone, but he's missing, you know, middle, as Samuel Basayo finds the outfield grass again for another hit. There's no shift for a ball hit right back up the middle. That's what they say. It's not true, but it is mostly. It's a little true. Now, you can't technically be over the bag, but obviously we're not ready for Basayo to just hit it where they ain't. Here's Owen Miller. You know, he actually hit it fairly far last time up for Skubal, but we got to hit a little bit harder. Find the gap. We'll let these guys run a little bit. 3-1 to Miller.
3-1.
And there is action in the pen. It's Justin Slayton, Josh Winkowski. 3-1. Basayo's not really a hit and run type candidate. Like, Miller is the hitter for the job, but I don't really trust Basayo to have any chance if it's a strikeout. 3-2. And that is an unexpected pitch. Change up in off the plate. Miller chased it. That was ball 4. So worried about that fastball on the inside part. Miller obviously way out ahead of that changeup. Good spot from Skubal, not ready for it. As Caro trying to get something going here. 1-2. Skubal approaching 100 pitches.
Ball.
I don't think we're going to worry about him in the 6th inning at all. I think he's going to be gone. I think right now it's a question of whether or not he actually even gets through this inning.
Full count.
Fastball in off the plate, count goes full. I don't think we're going to run on this pitch, though. Again, I don't trust it with the strikeout. Possibility. Ground ball up the middle. Skubal gets it off his leg. Saves first and second with 1 out. There's the throw. Guns down Caro very comfortably. And instead of first and second with 1 down, we've got just the runner on second. 2 outs in the top of the order. Pitch number 100 for Skubal.
No.
Is a ball. Likely his last batter. You'd be shocked to see him for the 6th. Not impossible, but it's a possibility. Nolan Jones might hook this. Deep to right field. It's got a chance. Nolan Jones, first homer of the postseason. 3 homers off the Red Sox ace. Nolan Jones basically wraps it around the pesky pole. Only 363, less than 100 off the bat. And that should knock Skubal out of the game. Nojo got the hands in and somehow managed to keep that fair. That should do it for Skubal. There's the call to the bullpen. And we'll see if we get Winkowski or Slayton here. But the lefty's day is done, which means our lineup will change as well. Yanquiel Fernandez will be out. It is the right-hander, Josh Winkowski. 4 ERA in the postseason. Righties hit him a little bit better than lefties, actually. Reverse splits. Vierling, big homer last time up. Obviously, the numbers look pretty bad. Good timing on it. A good pitch to hit. Fouled away. The numbers don't look great, but that was a huge moment. I think he's seen the ball pretty well. We'll see if we can keep that going.
Full count.
Cutter low. Count runs full. Tolia, who's homered already tonight, is up next if Vierling can get on. Chopper at first. Casas is there. That is the inning. But a big 2-run bomb from Nojo to extend our lead. Gives us a little bit of protection because this may be the last inning for Luzardo. So we'll see if we can keep things where they are. Pitches for Jesus. Could be his last inning.
Ball, no.
Just continues to get no help from the umpire. Tovar into the hole. Derek Jeter, jump throw! Red Sox have seen that before. Yoshida out at first. Here's Wilyer Abreu. Sinker in. Back-to-back sinkers. This one actually hits over the bag. It's going to be fair. He's going for 2. We know Fernandez has no arm. This one's not close. Kind of an excuse-me double for Wilyer Abreu. And this pitch count suddenly at 95.
Ball 2.
Fastball. Got it by him. Meyer down swinging. And you're talking about potentially the final pitches of the evening for Jesus Luzardo. Has struck out 7. But that's part of why this pitch count is not in such great shape. Got to get by Devers. Can you get a fastball by him? Yes. Can you do it again? Got to locate a bit better than that. Slider does not catch the zone. Here's number 103 from Jesus. Got it by him! 8 Ks for Luzardo. Red Sox held to a run through 5. He's had a great start, but the pitch count's just a little bit high. We're going to have to make a decision going into the 6th. More Josh Winkowski for Boston. Top 6, holding on to that 4-1 lead.
2-1.
Had pretty good at-bats. Lefties really struggle against with Winkowski. You'd think that changeup would be a big reason why. And the cutter. And that's exactly what it can do. In on the hands, Tolia flies out to Abreu. Actually, Wilyer Abreu playing left. Righties can just wait on that cutter, punch it the other way.
No.
And you have to worry about the sinker, I guess. Ball 2. Really good slider.
2 balls. 2
Tovar way early. He just takes a lot off of that pitch. And there's the cutter. Tovar stays alive. Again, this is not a very good, very deep bullpen. So, the fact that they had to go to the bullpen in the 6th, not that weird, but I think it bodes well for our chances to, tag on here late. What we're looking to do. Here's the cutter. Way out in front of it. Tovar flies out. A couple of flyouts for Doyle. He's got a lot of speed. I think he's got a chance to beat one out if he hits it on the ground. But these are well-located pitches. With tunneling, you got to worry about a fastball down there, maybe the sinker. Doyle hit it hard. That one's actually going to skip off the bag as well. Unfortunately, he'll be held to a single, unlike Abreu, the half inning previous. But a big 2-out hit for Brenton Doyle. He's got a ton of speed, and Fernandez Day is done at the plate. Instead, we're going to go to Max Muncy, and then I think bring in Benny Montgomery for outfield defense. But Max Muncy will get an AB. This is your chance. Make contact, hit it far. Well, made contact, good timing. But the cutter got just in. Muncy drops the bat head, flies out to right. Could also consider bringing in Jordan Beck. But Benny Montgomery to left. I think that's our best configuration. We're going to leave Luzardo out there, at least for the start of this thing. His stamina is decent enough. Third time through the order. I'll tell you, this fastball has been very, very good. But it's losing a little bit of juice here late. Casas did hit a slider earlier. Takes it that time. And we'll fly out to the newly entered player. It's Benny Montgomery taking over for Yanquiel Fernandez. And the reason why potentially we take Luzardo out of the game is so we can use him if this series is extended. Connor Wong with a bloop single in front of Doyle. And that might be the end of the road. Luzardo getting tired. Christian Campbell in the game. I think this is where we go to the bullpen. He's actually a little bit better against righties. More contact. More power against lefties. Bregman up next. You know what? Last batter for Luzardo. Pitch number 115. Ground ball to Nolan Jones. On to second one. Back on to first. Double play. Luzardo 1 run through 6. Gave us 115 pitches. A warrior on the mound. What an effort. Slayton now, arguably the Red Sox best reliever, takes over in the 7th. Trying to fight back in this game. Messiah looking for his 3rd hit. It's actually his hardest hit ball of the day. But right at the second baseman, Bregman won't find anything. Owen Miller against Slayton. Ball high. He's also got a cutter. Big, big, big sweeper. There's the fastball away at 97. Tough pitch to cover. Just late. Miller can't connect. And there's the cutter. Strike 3, Miller down. And you can start to see why Slayton might be their best reliever. Unbelievably well-located pitch. And Caro gets it in off the hands. Front door sweeper. Expertly located. That is an easy inning for Slayton. It'll be Bregman, the password, and Yoshida. We're going to turn to Ruben Cordero. He's been a nice find for us so far. Luzardo, what an incredible performance. He was amazing again. And he's disappointed to be taken out of this game, but he's at 115 pitches.
Now pitching for Colorado.
There was just no chance he was going to be able to pitch through this. But 10 innings for Cordero with an ERA under 1. Struck out 35% of the batters he's faced. And this is a really good one. Alex Bregman cut her away for a strike. I think now we just try to put that off the plate a little bit more. And we do. Bregman reaches out for it. Flies out to Brenton Doyle. Really, really well-located pitch. Here is the password. Ground out to Nojo with a good throw, and it is.
Out.
And now Yoshida trying to find something with 2 outs for Boston.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Not sure he will. This bullpen's been great. Cordero has been a big reason why. And he doesn't have upper echelon heat, but well located, can be effective. Strike 3, Yoshida down. Another great inning for Ruben Cordero as they turn to Ronald Chavez. He has been lit up in the playoffs. ERA over 15. He is a lefty, though. Only 19 years old. Fastball touches the upper 90s.
Yeah.
Well-located two-seamer away, gets in there for a strike. Slider at 89. I mean, I don't know what team got to him, but I don't know that it's going to be us. He does look pretty nasty. Numbers didn't look bad. That is 98 on the black away. 2 strikes to Vierling.
2-2.
And that's a tough slider. If we had seen a fastball hard and in at like 98, probably gets a swing on that pitch. Vierling makes fairly good contact to center. Yoshida tracks it down. And we'll see Michael Tolia. We talked about moving him down in the order, but I don't know how you do now. Big home run to give us the lead earlier. Seems like he's in the exact perfect spot in the order. Full count with Tovar up next. Fastball dropped in. Strike 3. Tolia down looking. As we will see more Ruben Cordero. He's been a multi-inning guy for us. And he's been really, really good in that role. You think typically you'd have like a 7, 8, 9, like a stack of relievers you'd go to. But Cordero can give us multiple innings. Willie Abreu flies out to Benny Montgomery, who probably will not make his next at bat. Meyer has struggled against the lefty. Now we'll face the righty in Ruben Cordero. Not as good of a matchup. He hits this one pretty hard at Brenton Doyle, but right at him. And we will bring in the lefty for Rafael Devers. He's been extremely unlucky, but he's pitched well. The luck has not been there. It's infield hits, it's errors behind him, it's bloop singles, it's BS. But I like the way he's actually pitched. The guys haven't made plays behind him.
Now pitching for Colorado.
Lucas Gilbreth, I know ERA over 11.
Lucas Gilbreth.
Lefties have hit him. But I trust him individually. It's really, the back of our bullpen has struggled, but it's been mistakes at inopportune times, and he's just been unlucky. The back of our bullpen has just not been very good with Gilbreth and the struggles of Sir Anthony Dominguez. It's like you kind of hold your breath when you get to the back end.
Full count.
Splitter away, does not land. Full count to Devers. The fastball's got by him all game. And here's a little fly ball to left field against the shift. Benny Montgomery lays out, can't make the catch. Devers looking for 3. No, he's going to hold up at 2. Montgomery fumbling with it. It's a 2-out double for Rafael Devers. Oh boy, and that's bad luck. It's a hit at 70 miles per hour against the shift.
2-1.
Gilbreth nearly hits Casas. Fastball by Casas.
2-2.
Fouled off the other way. 2-2. Splitter up. Fouled down the third base line again. Slider away, got him! Gilbreth works out of it. Casas chasing off the plate. Gilbreth does what he needed to do. Here's Garth Hutchins, the 30-year-old reliever, 30-year-old rookie reliever. And he's a sidewinding lefty with a mid-90s cutter. A forkball. Where did they find this guy? Goodness. Tovar barely getting a piece of the cutter up in the zone. 94-mile-per-hour cutter up. And we haven't even seen an off-speed pitch yet. It's good timing. And Tovar doesn't need to see off-speed. Cutter again. Shot to right. No doubt about it. Tovar has taken Garth Hutchins deep. 444 for Tovar. Absolutely crushed to Tovar Tater to extend our lead. No shot. When I saw this dude come in, a side-winding lefty with a forkball, with a mid-90s cutter, thought there was no chance. Tovar had plenty of chance. Nearly 112 off the bat. We'll see if we can continue to hit off of him. I'll tell you, his postseason ERA had been great. Cutter up apparently catches the zone. I mean, you would think this guy's fairly impossible to hit against, but you see enough cutters in a row, I guess. There's the first sweeper. Unhittable location. And, I mean, Benny Montgomery, I actually don't hate the numbers here. Against the lefty, this is kind of who we want to have up. But Benny Montgomery has extremely limited big league at-bats. Maybe that doesn't matter. Fly ball to left could chase off the monster, and it does hit off of it. It's a one-out double for Benny Montgomery, the defensive replacement. Comes up with some offense here in the ninth. Fly ball, you don't have to hit it that hard when you're hitting to left field here. He just got it up in the air enough. Big one-out double. I would say this has got to be a tough matchup for a lefty. That was not the cutter. That was the sweeper at 83. And Basayo actually turns it around this time. Deep, deep, deep fly ball to center field. Yoshida is there, and that's an arm we know we can run on. But deep part of the ballpark. Fortunately, that's not going to go out. 2-out hit makes this a 6-1 ball game.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball. No.
Cutter off the plate away. 3-1 to Miller. And there was a pitch that hit. It was the first time seeing the forkball. But at 88. This is one of the most unique pitch mix I've ever seen. Tovar extends our lead, though. And I think we leave Lucas Gilbreth in the game. Strike 3. Wong down looking. This is a good chance for Gilbreth to gain some confidence. Splitter, strike 3. Back-to-back punchies for Gilbreth. Okay, Lucas. Figuring it out. I mean, maybe he stays in for Bregman. Got him in a good spot. 1-2. Strike 3! Gilbreth strikes out the side. Rockies win game 1. What an effort from this team. That was something else. Trials and tribulations. Lucas Gilbreth striking out the side in the 9th for the win. Beautiful. Skubal takes the loss. We hit him as well as we've hit any pitcher this entire postseason. 8 Ks for Luzardo, absolutely dealing in 6 innings. He gets the win for us, and we can expect that every time out. The scoreless run was ended, but we actually had an offense this game. A little bit, right? Finally found the power stroke. I mean, we hit 4 home runs. We barely hit any home runs the entire playoffs. So that was really nice to find. And we'll see what we look like for game 2. Lineup's going to change a lot. I think Joc Pederson gets back in there. I think that Yanquiel Fernandez rides the bench. Maybe Benny Montgomery will end up playing against lefties over Yanquiel Fernandez. I think that might be a better idea for us currently. He's better defensively, and he hits lefties somewhat well. So I think that could be the way to do it. Game 2, we're going to player lock. And we should be facing the righty Sandy Alcantara. We are 1.23 ERA through the postseason for him. He's 3-1, so run support has been the issue. And I think we will player lock Matt Vierling. Big home run in Game 1. He's got a chance to do things at the top of this order. And the at-bats have looked good. The numbers aren't amazing. Holy apparently is ice cold. He just had a huge homer in Game 2, or in Game 1. Game 2 at Fenway, of course. Looking to go 2-0. What a start on the road that would be. This is a really tough pitcher to get it done against. He's got unlimited stamina. Throws really hard. Has great stuff. But Vierling has seen him fairly well. 3 for 9. Couple of doubles. Unfortunately, that got in on the hands. No chance to do much with that. There's Wilyer Abreu in right field. And we'll see what Max Meyer can do on the mound. Obviously, it has his postseason struggles. It's going to be a tough catch for Vierling. He's going to lay out, and I don't think he's going to make this catch. Off his glove. He's actually going for 2, though. We might have a chance to get him. He's out by a mile! Calculated from Matt Vierling. Laid out, couldn't get it, makes the throw. Rafaela is out by 50 feet. That might be the worst base running mistake I've seen. Runners on first and second, nobody out for Vierling here in the third. And Vierling gets plunked! Bases loaded. Nobody down. Chance to do real damage here for the Rockies. Tolia has doubled off Alcantara already. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. One of the worst things he could do. That's the infield fly. Batter's out automatically. Bases stay loaded for Joc Pederson. He's crushed it in this postseason, hitting close to 300, OPS near 1,000. 3 homers. Here's the 2-2 to Joc to keep Joc Tovar alive. Ground ball at first. Throw to second, 1. Back onto first, double play. Bases loaded, nobody out. Rockies can't get a run. That hurts. That hurts. 3-1 at risk of falling behind and walking Yoshida here. Fly ball. This one hit at Matt Vierling deep to right center. He tracks it down. Big out for Matt Vierling to save extra bases. Casas 2 RBI single though in the inning. And then a Brenton Doyle solo shot. It's 2-1 Boston. Jammed again. This time a circle change in on the hands. Gotta remember this is not quick counts in player lock. Now Vierling gets another chance in the 7th. Ronald Chavez into the game. Cutter. Slider. Hard slider at 88. Foul down the third base line. Fastball low. 1-1. Anyway, if he just hits homers, that's fine. You can hit under 200 and still be World Series MVP. And again, that's not bad contact. Hanging curveball. Vierling hits it solid, but hits it right at the center fielder. Still 2-1 Boston here in the bottom of the 7th. Gilbreth into the game against Yoshida, and this ball's hit deep to right field. Chasing Vierling back to the track. Leaping, can't make the catch. Home run Yoshida, 3-1 Red Sox. Well, Gilbreth maybe shouldn't be pitching back-to-back days after throwing 30 pitches in game 1. That's maybe a mistake. Bierling chasing back, timed his leap, went up, missed it. Just couldn't get the glove out to it. A Bregman RBI sac fly, Ceddanne Rafael double. It's 5-1 Red Sox. 2 out, top of the 9th. Slayton into the game to save it for the Red Sox. Cutter away is a strike. And Owen Miller at second base. His run unfortunately means nothing. We've got a hit behind him. Cutter away. Good timing, but perfectly located from Slayton. Strike 2.
Ball outside.
Good take from Bierling, 1-2. Not really that competitive of a pitch. Cutter fouled back. All right, Bierling is fighting. And a heavy dose of that cutter. This ball's hit on the ground. Bierling runs fairly well, but should be an easy out for the Red Sox, who take game 2. I'll tell you what, though. Meyer pitched great. Got the loss, went 5 innings, 6 hits, no earned, 4 Ks, 2 walks. I guess an error forced in a run is why he gets the loss there. But he pitched great. Doyle homered. Only 7 hits in this one. The bats just really weren't going very much, and the bullpen could have been better. But it was an error that allowed 2 runs to score in the second inning that let Boston get after it. John Means against Tanner Houck for game number 3. And again, I think we will player lock here. Tanner Houck is a tough guy to hit. I think middle of the order slugger that has been having a pretty good postseason is a pretty good guy to player lock with and see what we can do. Very good lineup. We know these guys can hit. But we are back in Denver. In the all purple, by the way. That's quite a look. Or maybe not all black for every postseason game. We need to switch it up after a loss. Game 1 here in Denver. It's game 3 of the World Series, but the first game back in Denver. These fans have waited for Colorado Rockies postseason baseball. They have waited for another World Series appearance. And they're going to see one. Postseason baseball, World Series baseball, being played a mile high. John Means gets the ball. He's pitched great in the postseason. Had a great year. Try to get him some run support. Runner on second. 2 away. Joc Pederson rips it to right. This has a chance to score the runner. They're going to send him. Here's the play at the plate. Not in time. RBI single for Joc Pederson. Gives us the lead. It's a good throw. Didn't want to risk running on that, having the throw cut off. Some type of weird thing happening. But that's a big hit to give us the lead. 3-1 to Doyle. He's going to have to hit it pretty hard if we're going to have any type of a chance here. And they go the short way, and then we get off the bag with Pederson. Boston takes the lead 3-1 anyway. Meyer solo shot, Bregman 2-run shot. Yeah, I guess I held right trigger down for too long. I got off of it, but I guess the decision had already been made.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2 to Joc. Not swung the bat in this at bat. Will there. Sweeper. Good timing. Hanging down the middle. That's got to be hit into the third deck. Gotta be. But maybe this one will be deep to right field. Joc Tovar has hit it to the third deck here at Coors. 472 for Pederson. Oh my goodness. Postseason Joc Pederson is built different. Joc-tober is here. Rocktober doing well as a result. Down by a 1. Just a run. Got to find our way to get that over the next few innings. That ball was obliterated. Third deck. Devers 3-run homer. It's 6-2 Boston. Here's the difference, though. We've got a chance to get back into it. Bottom 5. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Joc Pederson sees Tanner Houck for a third time. 2 hits. This third one would be his biggest. Joc gave us the lead. He gave us a solo shot. We would legitimately have no runs in this game without Joc Pederson. He's got to carry us. 2-0. 3-0. Do you force in a run with the auto take here, potentially? Gotta take that pitch. Thought about the 3-0 green light. 3-1, we're letting it fly. Joc Pederson hits it the other way. That's gonna go fair. Joc Pederson scores 2. Will it score a third? We're gonna try it. Here's the play at the plate. Not in time. Pederson to third. No throw. Joc Pederson with a bases clearing double. Oh my goodness, Joc Pederson, have a day. 5 RBIs, 3 hits. And the heads-up base running move. Oh, to advance. The ball got away. The throw beat him. The tag was there. The catcher could not hold on. Down by a run here in the 5th. Brenton Doyle, high clutch. The ball's going to get away. Get back. Joc does not have the speed to score on that. The catcher dropped the ball. Come on, Doyle. Contact on the ground at third. Devers has got to throw it away. And he does! Doyle beats out the throw! 6-6, Rockies have tied it. Devers bounced it. No scoop from Casas. It's 6-all. Chaos at Coors. Oh my goodness. Joc Pederson comes up again in the 7th. This time they will not let him see Tanner Houck again. Winkowski into the game. Joc has had a World Series of a lifetime. Massive game. He could give us the lead in the 7th. He is a triple shy of the cycle. But we'd love to get one over the fence. Joc hits it pretty hard the other way. That's going to go for extra bases. Not going to be 3, but a stand-up double for Joc Pederson. I mean, let's count his accolades. No RBI that time, but he's already got 5 RBIs, 4 hits. He's got 2 doubles, a homer and a single. He's at 9 total bases. Joc Pederson is absolutely locked in. We need Doyle to come up clutch. Got a little bit lucky the last time up. This one gonna land. Joc's gotta score. With 2 outs, we gotta send him. Make a throw. It's up the line. Pederson diving out at the plate. Wong dove up the line to get him. Doyle came up with the big hit. Joc can't score. Throw is up the line. Wong dove to get Pederson. But it's gone to extras. 6-6, bottom 10. Joc Pederson against the lefty. Hits it fairly well to left center, swinging on the first pitch. Curveball down the middle, but couldn't get it out. No Manfred man in the playoffs. But Joc will get another AB. Runner on third, 2 down. This time against the righty Justin Slayton. A base hit wins it. Come on, Joc. Fly ball, deep to right field. Joc Pederson has won it for the Rockies. It's a walk-off homer. What a game for Joc Pederson. Joc Tovar is alive and well. Oh my goodness, Joc Pederson wins game 3. The most incredible World Series game for all time. Joc Pederson in the playoffs is a different animal. No way. Joc wins us game 3. We go up 2-1 in the series. He got a fastball away. He was early. He pulled it, and he got enough. I cannot believe it. It's a 5-hit day for Joc Pederson. 2 homers. 8 RBIs. How many total bases? I think 13. We win 8-6 in 10. Joc Pederson, I cannot believe it. That is an unbelievable game. 5 for 6, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 7 ribbies, 3 runs scored, nearly a 4th. We wouldn't have even been in extras had Joc scored. And I'll tell you what, our pitching. Gotta credit our pitching. Boston got to us early. From the 6th inning on, no runs. So you got to give credit where credit's due. Owen Miller doubled, but guys, we had 14 hits in this game. Pederson had 5 of them. We had 8 runs in this game. Joc Pederson had 7 runs batted in. And scored the 8th, by the way. The only run of the game that he didn't drive in, he scored on. What an unbelievable performance. And Carson Palmquist out of the pen. 5 2/3. 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts. Maybe the purple jerseys are working. The last time we saw Ryan Feltner, he was pretty good. Feltner took a no-hitter into the 8th inning, I think it was. Into the 8th. No, it was into the 7th. He just finished the 7th. Allowed 1 hit. It was a solo shot. No-hitter into the 7th inning. Struck out 8. We're going to see if he can recreate that magic here in Colorado. Again, against a very, very talented Red Sox team. A lineup that starts off with 4 lefties. Willie Abreu, that's 5 in the first 6. And that's a lot of lefties getting the platoon advantage. But Feltner crushed it. It's raining here in Colorado. But Feltner's been a different animal in the playoffs. 12 innings, 1.5 earned runs. Whip at .67. It struck out 13. He's been awesome.
Left fielder.
See if he can keep it up, though. That's the challenge.
Too low.
Got to be able to locate. Got to be able to put these hitters away. I mean, you give them, too many pitches over the heart of the plate, they're going to make you pay. And that one kind of was over the heart of the plate, but thankfully it was just hit right at Matt Vierling. Love to see that. Little chopper. Feltner's got a chance, but the tag is made by Tolia. 2 quick outs for Feltner. Hey, we'll take that ratio. Averaging a pitch per out, or 2 pitches an out. Very, very nice. The sinker was absolutely crushed, though. Left in a bad spot. Devers went out and got it. It'll be a 2-out double for him. Cut off by Tovar, no play. Trying to have another really quick inning, but a really quick out at least. I think we left one over the plate. We wanted him to make contact. Could have pitched for a strikeout there. Maybe it would have been the play with Devers. Here's a ground ball, though. It's another very quick at bat and a quick inning for Ryan Feltner, who was looking pretty good. Yeah, double to Devers, but it was very nice. Only 8 pitches into this game. And these Red Sox, I guess the scouting report says swing early. You're going to see strikes. You're going to see pitches to hit. And they are swinging early. Finally, someone wants to take a pitch. It's Wilyer Abreu. Well, back to swinging. Fastball above the zone. Gets the whiff. And there's another. Strike 3. Feltner's finally struck somebody out. But when they're swinging on the first or second pitch every time, we'll take that as well. As long as they're outs. And it's another first pitch swinger for Boston. Christian Campbell digs in. Fly ball to right. Chasing Vierling back, but he should be able to make this play before the wall. He will. That's 2. There has been some hard contact. But it's a Tovar 3-run homer to give us the lead in Denver. Hey, we'll take that. Love to see it. Basayo scored. Joc Pederson scored after a single. Big hit from Ezekiel Tovar. But yeah, these Red Sox are really swinging early in counts. It's a very rare first pitch take from this Boston team. They made some loud contact, but as long as we can make these outs, we're okay for now. Slider just missed. Rafaela, I think of as a bit of a free swinger. See if we get him to chase. Not showing him the curveball or any Boston hitter. And it's another ground out for Ryan Feltner. Just getting Rafaela. Connor Wong swings through a sinker. Feltner's faced 1 above the minimum so far. This one's going to chase Vierling back a few steps, but he'll make the catch again. We've allowed some loud contact. That one was certainly no different. Fastball down the middle, but we're getting the BABIP right now. Batting average on balls in play. We're getting that luck.
No, inside.
But we probably want to keep some of these pitches down. Get that changeup down. Ground ball at third. That's Adael Amador in the lineup. Tolia can't scoop the bad throw. Or the low throw, if nothing else. E5 on Amador. It's an unnecessary base runner in this inning, but we kind of can afford it based on how economical Feltner has been prior to that. Not a lot of deep counts.
No, that's a ball.
A lot of quick outs.
Ball 2.
Meyer, no interest in chasing this changeup, but we do want to hit him on the ground.
No.
Sinker low.
3-1.
And 2-out base runner in front of Devers would not be ideal. There's a changeup. Tolia lays out, makes the diving stop, and that makes up for him not scooping a low Amador throw. Love to see that. Michael Toglia make a play. Flash in the leather, keeping the Red Sox off the board. 3-0 lead for Feltner after the 3-1 Tovar bomb. And this is the big threat in the Boston lineup. Devers is really, really good. And he's getting squeezed, or Feltner is. That one will be called a strike, though, thankfully. A couple of doubles in the career of Devers off of our very own Ryan Feltner. This is basically playing for a walk. Do not want to give Devers anything to hit. And we got him to make a bad swing on a changeup away. We were not going to give in there and say, hey, we're going to throw something down the middle. We need the strike. Obviously, don't want to walk him, but that is the scariest hitter in this Red Sox order. It's not Tristan Casas right now or Alex Bregman. It's by far Rafael Devers. Here's a ground ball. That's going to bounce over a sliding Michael Toglia. Vierling can't handle it in right. Still only a single for Casas. We know Bregman's going to make contact. See if it can't be into a double play. Doesn't run especially well. Has some big time power though. This is someone you worry about as well. Still. And he's hit the ball pretty hard against us. Just hasn't got the luck so far. Ground ball at Amador. He goes across the diamond to make the play. No play at second due to the chopping nature of that infield ground ball. A lot of words to say that, but Amador actually made a very good play to even get one there, throwing across his body in foul territory to get Bregman. And you know what? Tolia's got to pick the ball earlier. Amador's throw, not that bad. As a first baseman, you've got to be able to scoop that, and we're not even worried about it. Big strikeout for Feltner, though. Leaves a runner stranded on base. And shows that he has that strikeout stuff. But we got some more runs. RBI double for Miller. RBI triple for Jones. Matt Vierling, 2-run homer. 7-0 Rockies. Heading back to Boston. Up 3-1 in the series. Would be very, very, very nice. And with this big lead, we're just looking to attack Boston hitters. It's a screamer up the middle. Single for Campbell. That was ripped. No chance for Feltner. But we're just going to attack these Boston hitters. We have a 7-run cushion. No one is chasing that sinker. Fly ball at center. That's going to chase Doyle back. That's, again, hit fairly hard. But our defense has played mostly pretty well in this one. We're getting lucky. Or I guess, yeah, we'd be heading back to Boston if we lose either this game or next game. 2-3-2 in baseball. That is 100% right. Strike 3, Feltner on an elevated fastball. Caught the top of the zone. Wong down looking. Is that fastball maybe? Ooh, way high. Okay. I mean, they've got Yoshida in center sometimes because of how much they value his bat. But with swings like that and a postseason like he's having, maybe they should consider other options. He's down looking to end the fifth, or to move on to the bottom half of the fifth at least. Good stuff from Ryan Feltner. Still 7-0 Colorado. Let's just continue to attack these hitters. Pitch to the big part of the park, which is really a lot of it, but center field and left center. Actually, you know what? Right center is very deep as well. Just pitch to center, obviously. And You know, the dimensions of this park are so big because of the elevation that it's so easy to get the ball to just drop in front of these guys or to find a gap. But it can play somewhat deep. It's just easier to hit it there. So I don't know. It obviously cancels out. But there's 5 strikeouts. Devers down looking. And it's been well-located pitches that have been the story of this game. Feltner with a lot of backwards Ks. And they're hitting the ball hard early in counts, but foul a lot of the time. Or it's finding a fielder. Make the throw, Amador. That's easy. On to the bottom of the 6th. Feltner's still dealing. Offense is still giving us a lot to be happy about. Pederson RBI single. Sam Basayo RBI and hit by pitch. So we had bases loaded. And Basayo got hit, forcing in a run. It's 9-0 Colorado. And we are dominating the Red Sox in this one. This has been the most dominant performance of the series so far from either team. Ground ball at Tolia. Didn't really have to cover. And Ryan Feltner is just dealing. Is there GOAT difficulty for pitching? Maybe that's what we need to do. Because we are just rocking on the mound right now. Colorado Rockies are rocking. Every pitcher comes on and has just been, you know, so good against these Red Sox hitters. Not every game has gone smooth. We've been rocked sometimes.
He's out.
There are a lot of Rockies puns out there, but Feltner, it's another start of just pure dominance. Maybe not to the same level that we've seen from Luzardo. Looked like one of the swings Luzardo gets. Campbell chasing the slider. Back inside, not worried about it. But Feltner's been amazing. Luzardo's been the best pitcher of all time, but Feltner has been amazing. This would be one of those guys where, you know, okay, Rockies World Series, whatever, no one really cares for the most part. But you remember their ace, right? If you're not a Rockies fan, you would still remember, okay, Luzardo came out and dominated that World Series. I remember how good he was. But it kind of seems like it would only be the fans of the team that would remember kind of the second or third best guy that still was dominant in that run. Seems like a really forgettable type of guy. Like, I feel like everyone would forget, oh man, Ryan Feltner was so good for the Rockies too in that series. But they remember Luzardo. But if you're a Rockies fan, Ryan Feltner would probably be like one of your favorite players ever with the type of performance like this. And he's been great all postseason. We are out hitting the Red Sox by a lot, and we're out pitching them. Gilbreth is on in relief of Feltner in 8, but the Red Sox would not muster a run. Tovar RBI single, Miller RBI single. It is a dominant 11-0 victory as we got to Cutter Crawford early. Feltner gave us an incredible start, but in the end it was all Colorado. Check the box. Nolan Jones with a pair of hits, including a triple. Owen Miller doubled in this one. Homers for Matt Vierling and Ezekiel Tovar. I want to make that known about Vierling. He's finding value. 2 hits, 2 RBIs in this one. Amador went 0 for 5. Miller with 3 hits in that 9 spot. Tovar, obviously, with a couple of hits, including a homer. 4 RBIs. Our pitching was great. Feltner went 7 strong, 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 5. His ERA drops under 1 in the postseason. Gilbreth didn't allow a run, struck out 2. Cordero on to end this one. 1 inning, 1 strikeout. What a game. We could win the World Series at home in Colorado. We could do it. Chase Dolander currently scheduled to start. Here's the thing. If Luzardo is even a little bit ready to go, I'm thinking he should get the start, maybe Dolander in relief. I think that's what we're going to do. Luzardo has a chance to win it for us. He's been the most dominant pitcher in the history of the postseason, surely. 30 2/3, 1 earned run. And who knows if that would have even happened if Yanquiel Fernandez didn't sky the ball by everybody. But he's been unreal. Maybe not going to win World Series MVP, but he's definitely the guy we want to give the ball to with a chance to win the World Series in front of our own fans in Colorado. 4 lefties to start. But we are going all out to win it this game. Rain coming down. Oh my goodness. We got Dolander potentially to go in relief. Or, depending on how this Luzardo start goes, we could say we like our bullpen Dolander to start next game. We'll see. These numbers are insane. Insane. Can he keep it up is the only question. He's not exactly at full stamina to start this one. He's just trying to give his team his all. He can win a World Series his first year as a Rocky. Go down a franchise legend. Line drive out to Amador. Already that contact was a little bit louder than I was expecting. Or maybe just more so located in a scary spot. We shall see if we can keep this up.
Ball. 2-2.
It's like you're almost afraid to throw pitches down the heart of the plate. Strike 3, Meyer looking at a slider away. Well located from Luzardo. Meyer obviously thinking that's going to fall out of the zone. It just gets the outside part of the plate. You're so afraid to make a mistake because he's been so good. But he's been so good because we've challenged hitters and we've made them swing and put the ball in play. Devers chases a slider. Back-to-back Ks for Luzardo. One of each kind. That's the Jesus Luzardo we know. Come out and dominate. Ryan Bayo gets the ball for Boston. It is World Series point. Game point. Red Sox, it's do or die. If you lose, your season is over. If you win, you can bring the series back to Boston and maybe feel better at home. That home field advantage. 2-2. This one has a chance. Diving play. Not made by Meyer. It's a leadoff single for Nolan Jones. Good start. 2-1 to Vierling. I would consider a hit and run here. Bayo is kind of like ground ball pitcher with the sinker, but goes 4-seam. 97 up in the zone. But we're going to send Jones here. Slider away. Very, very good pitch. Good timing. I wish we just could have shot that towards the second baseman. There's a fastball away. 3-2. We are going to, again, send Nolan Jones. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up, slider up, very hittable. Vierling cannot do anything with it. Maybe trying to do too much there. Just late. Here's Michael Tolley. Again, has struggled, but has given us some big moments. Would love to see one of those right now. We've already made Brian Bayo work. As long as this isn't a double play to end the inning. I don't want to put that out there, but it's obviously a possibility. You know, we're going to at least guarantee that we see 20 pitches, which it's not a lot, but it's the first inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, it's more pitches than you'd want to throw. I think you're aiming for about 15. Or if you can get out with 15, you know, that's a really good job. But if we can drive this up 25-30, that'd be fantastic. Tolia swings through the changeup. Strikeout for Bayo. Good timing, but I guess better location. Joc Pederson hitting .391 in the playoffs. Had an unbelievable game for us. Takes a ball in. Sinker missed down and in. 2-1 to Pederson. Had one of the most insane World Series games of all time. Would love to see him do something here. 3-1. Pitch to hit. Joc Pederson gets it, drives it the other way. This one has a chance. Joc Pederson has done it again. He gives us the lead. 2-0 Joc Tovar. I've never seen anything like this. Joc Pederson has done it again. He wants that World Series MVP. The MVP chants need to light up the stadium after that. Oppo Taco for Pederson. And if he was a rental, if he was just a mercenary hitter for this team, he will have gone out an absolute hero in Colorado Rockies franchise history. Joc Pederson didn't deliver all we wanted in the regular season, but he's coming up absolutely massive when it matters most. We don't know what his future holds, but we do know that no matter what, Joc Pederson will be a Rockies franchise legend. No matter what happens. Slider misses. Interesting. We've seen Luzardo get squeezed before. This, I guess, is an example of that. Full count. Hoping for strike 3 there. Casas really brought his hands up to make contact. How about a curveball? No swing. It's not all-star difficulty. All right. 2-1. 2-2 to Connor Wong. This is where the changeup has really thrived. Strike 3. Down and away to a righty. Luzardo is just dominating. It's honestly, it's easier to pitch to these right-handed batters at times. Because we just work the fastball in. They've got no chance. And then when we work the changeup down and away, they also have no chance. Fastball gets the plate, up and in. 1-2. Changeup. Gamble stays alive. How about another one? No swing. You want to take it? Take that. Strike 3. Fastball caught the inside part of the plate. Campbell cannot believe it. He's letting the umpire know. Game 5 of the World Series. The Red Sox are down 3-1. And Luzardo's getting calls like that on the black. You can't locate that pitch any better. What a spot. 1-2 to Bregman. He gets a piece. Yeah, we had historically thrown a lot of sliders. So we get another strikeout for Luzardo. A lot of sliders to righties. Try to go back foot, finish him off. Couldn't do it. We found the pitch in the changeup. The changeup has dominated. There's no question about that. Basayo versus Bayo. Sam has hit the ball fairly well for us. I know the numbers are not outstanding, but he's been a solid hitter. He's hit the ball hard. Got some bad luck at times. Sinker down, gives us a leadoff base runner. Basayo with the free pass. Ezekiel Tovar has kind of had a nice postseason. Average isn't crazy, but he's hit for power in some big moments. Sinker away. Not going to find it. 3-1. Way outside. Back-to-back walks for Bayo as Tovar will grab first. Basayo to second. And it's Adael Amador. 0-93 in the postseason. But he's got a chance to erase all of that with one big swing. 2-1 to Amador. Ground ball at first to Casas, 1. Back on to... Jesus. Casas from first to second, back on to 1. Double play. Runner moves to third, but Bayo gets the big ground ball double play. Amador struggles continue. Owen Miller's do not. Base hit to break a mini slump. RBI single to extend our lead. Yeah, Amador really has been disappointing. We've given him chances, and I think those might have run out. Maybe Muncy starts at third base if there are more games. Hopefully there are not. Got to hold on to this 3-0 lead. We have just the pitcher to do it. Big hit for Owen Miller. More Luzardo. Here is the password. Fly ball at Nolan Jones. 1 away. Yoshida's a really good hitter. Lefty-lefty, I think he can still make contact here.
1-2.
Luzardo is unhittable sign. Very true right now. It was only the 3rd inning. And if Yoshida's going to extend counts like this, Luzardo's already at 50 pitches, pretty much. They've been 50 very good pitches, but you got no chance of seeing the 8th inning. Literally no chance. If he can even get to the 7th, I'd be surprised. This one's got a really good chance to fall. Nolan Jones going to have to make a play. He won't. Diving attempt. Throw into third. And that is the first hit of the ball game. Yeah, good sign from the fan. This one ends up looping in. Thought Nolan Jones had a chance to make a really nice play here, but just could not quite get to it. This one's hit really hard. Nolan Jones going back. Will track it down for the 3rd out. Luzardo keeps the Red Sox off the board. But the first hit of the game was registered. Here's Matt Veerley now against Bayo. Slider.
1 and 2's the count.
A little bit early on that one. Veerling hits this one fairly well to deep left. Not as deep as I thought. Not too tough of a play there for Wilyer Abreu. Michael Toglia with an out. Nobody on, obviously.
Ball.
Hoping to hit one out.
2
That'd be
balls,
nice.
1 strike.
Want him to be a big part of our future. Could be 3-1.
What you got?
I'm going to say he went. 2-2. And that's a ball low. Joc Pederson hitting over 400. Has 6 homers in the playoffs. Toglia down looking. Well-located sinker from Bayo. His 2nd strikeout. See if Joc Pederson can stay hot. Hitting over 401 postseason. And a massive World Series has certainly elevated some of those. 3 homers in the World Series with 10 RBIs. He is 9 for 14 in the World Series. How far above 500 is that? What is that World Series batting average? 9 for 14. Like 700? Well, it's not going to go down here. He walks. 2-out walk for Pederson. Bayo obviously not wanting to give up a bomb to Joc Pederson, Colorado's hottest hitter. Doyle strikes out. Why pitch to Pederson when you've got Doyle? It's a big strikeout. Sinker does not catch the plate. 2nd time up against Luzardo.
Full count.
Devers, hopefully, will be going down swinging.
Miss. Ball 4. Take your base.
He takes ball 4. Leadoff runner aboard. Second walk for Luzardo. So we got a real double play threat in Casas, and we might see it. Tovar steps on the bag 1. Casas is about the slowest runner in professional baseball. Easy 6-3 double play. And just as quickly as Devers reached, he is erased.
Ball. That's outside.
Connor Wong now. I don't know why I feel like he can hurt us for some reason.
Nope. Ball.
So we're taking this at bat somewhat carefully. But don't want to issue the free pass. Luzardo might just be able to blow
Full count.
97 right by him.
Nope. Ball 4.
96 up and out of the zone. Second walk of the inning for Luzardo. Again, pitching on some serious short rest a lot for us in this playoff run. It makes sense that he'd be feeling fairly fatigued. But I need you for one more game. 2-3 more innings, Jesus, and we are World Series champions. Let's try and get him some insurance. I want Luzardo to pitch as deep as possible. And am I going to extend him over like 100 pitches today? Maybe not. But Bayo plunks Basayo. Fans not loving that. Okay. But, I think we're in a spot where Luzardo should be like co-MVP if we're able to win out. We don't want to talk about MVPs before the game is over. But he's pitched so well. We feel so confident with him out on the mound. We're probably going to let his pitch count go pretty deep. But pitching on so much short rest, it's a little bit tough to know how deep that's going to be. We'll see when he's out there in the 5th. Would love to get him some run support. That gives us kind of like a little bit of wiggle room, right? If things aren't going so well, you can maybe leave Luzardo out there as Tovar chases a slider. Good pitch from Bayo. 4 strikeouts for him. And I think that's going to be the last at bat for Adael Amador. We're going to throw Max Muncy in there. He was supposed to be a really big bat for us this year. It never really happened. And he's ended up pretty much playing the bench the entirety of the postseason. He's yet to record a postseason hit. And I'm sure he'll be happy about the World Series, but
1 ball, 2 strikes.
no postseason hits in the World Series would be tough. Feel like you contributed. Get a big moment here, Max. He strikes out. Good slider there for Bayo. It'll need another big 2-out hit from Owen Miller. If it's to the gap, it's got a chance to score him, but probably will need multiple hits this inning. We do get the 2-out hit. Basayo will not advance to third on the misplay. Although may have had it. We're back up to the top of our order. It's been our best hitter over the course of the season. Nolan Jones. This is who you want up right now. Base hit may score a run. Extra bases could score 2. Right down the first base line, foul. Over 100 off the bat. But foul. Ball 3. Could we load the bases for Matt Vierling? His numbers with runners in scoring position this year in this postseason are fantastic. Even if the overall numbers are not. Ground ball could get by him. Could be a tough play. Going the short way. Miller cannot get to second. Red Sox out of it. See the pitcher comparison. Both been a little bit wild, but overall Luzardo has been much more effective. He's at 78 pitches. I'd love to get him in line for the win, if nothing else. In order to do that, he's got to get through 5, and we've got to maintain a lead. Strike 3, Bregman chasing up. May have caught the top of the zone either way. He's going back to the dugout. Luzardo probably will throw 90 pitches in this inning. or maybe the pitch count, I should say, will get up to 90 pitches this inning. Ground ball at Muncy's entered the game.
He's out.
Not a lot of rust. He makes that look easy. And it'll be Masataka Yoshida.
Yeehaw!
He's been pesky. He has fouled off a lot of pitches. He's hit the ball fairly hard. Muncy diving stop. Throw across the diamond. Gets him. Welcome to the World Series, Max Muncy. Maybe not offensively, but he's making some plays defensively. Diving stop down the third base line. Laying out. Awesome throw. And again, we'll try to extend our lead. Justin Slayton into the game early. It's only bottom 5. Red Sox forced to go to their bullpen. But Slayton's been tough.
1-2.
Chopper. Slayton going to try to make the play. Going to be a tough gather and throw, but he makes it. Okay. By the way, casually, Matt Vierling has a couple World Series home runs. Just so we're all on the same page about Vierling's contributions. Here's Tolia. I know the numbers don't look incredible. It kind of looks like not so great of a trade deadline trade. He helped us get to the postseason. And he's had a couple World Series homers. So, and some bad luck, right? So, it is interesting. Joc Pederson has been unbelievable, though. Kind of the reverse, where it's like, okay, he didn't give us a lot in the regular season, but has been an unbelievable postseason hitter. Some big homers, a walk-off homer. That's got to be ball 3. And it is. Full count to Joc Pederson. 1-for-1, has walked. Full count to him. Fastball to hit. Pederson rips it down the right field line. Just foul. Just early. 109 off the bat. This one cutter down the middle. Hit sky high early that time. Pederson is seeing Slayton well. Just not taking advantage of these mistakes. Slayton not trying to walk him. We're seeing pitches. Ball 4. Pederson does earn the free pass. Brenton Doyle, come on. Show me what you can do. Rips one back up the middle. Back-to-back 2-out base runners allowed by Slayton. A walk and a hit. And this is a big moment for Basayo. Again, he's been a really consistent hitter for us. The numbers haven't been amazing, but a big World Series hit here. And we remember him very, very fondly in this series. And in this playoff run. Come on, Sam. Down to the count, 1-2, but one swing of the bat can change everything. Or nothing at all. Still 3-0. Basayo apparently went. Called strike 3 on the swing. Luzardo at 90 pitches here in the 6th. More action for Max Muncy at 3rd. Records the first out. 93 pitches for Luzardo. Fly ball the direction of Nolan Jones. We're going to let that bounce. Meyer looking for 2. Jones with a hose, but no play at second, and that's a double. Maybe he should have dove. Could have been a double either way. And Luzardo is running on fumes. But it's the World Series. We're up by 3. Show us what you can do. Slider struck out Devers. 2 away in the inning. 7 Ks for Luzardo. Almost no energy, but still out there shoving. Too late on the sinker. Right back to it. Ground ball at Tolia. He knocks it down. Casas runs so poorly that it's an easy out at first and we're out of it. Luzardo gave us everything he had. Another 6 strong from Jesus. And I think we got to go to the bullpen after that. We might start him out there. Give him that Colorado Rockies crowd a chance to cheer him off. He's got to get that praise. He was so great. He's got to get that cheer. See if we can get him a little bit more run support. Here's Tovar with a leadoff single. Because winning pitcher of record in the World Series, to win the whole World Series, that would be pretty special for Jesus Luzardo. Would love to get him in line for that. Cutter down the middle for Max Muncy. Good timing, but he can't put it in play. He's been abysmal. He flashed the leather. Do something with the bat. He's contributed for sure now, but his pinch hit at bats have not gone well.
2-2.
Come on, Max. Stays alive. Good changeup for Winkowski. That had some crazy late action, it felt like. Muncy swings to stay alive. And then swings at the slider, strike 3. His offensive struggles continue. Good timing, but nasty location. Could not hold up.
2-1.
Come on, Owen. Big spot. He's had some big hits for us. Over 300 in the playoffs, and this is a big swing. Deep to left field. Tracked down in left. Big out for Boston. Wow. Miller gave it a ride. Abreu tracked it down. Now we are in desperate need of a 2-out hit. No, Joe. What can you do for us? Hit one sky high to right center. This is very likely the end of the 6th, and it is. Holding on to that 3-0 lead. This is the part where they go righty, 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 righty. The day is done. We're going to turn to Angel Chavi. Standing ovation. I'm sitting down, but standing ovation required for Jesus Luzardo. Our ace came out and dominated the entire postseason. In the World Series, he allowed just 1 run. Allowed 1 run the entire postseason. Angel Chavi. 5.4 postseason ERA. Maybe not your first choice, but he is the freshest reliever we have. Could still be Ruben Cordero. You might see Mark Leiter Jr. for the 9th. So, Jesus is gone, but our guardian angel steps into the game. Jesus, and now Angel Chavi. 2-2 to Campbell. And if you remember watching Chavi pitch, when he's at his best, it's not throwing changeups down the middle. This foul ball will scare me half to death. But that's all it is a foul ball. This one's ripped past the diving Max Muncy. It's a 1-out hit for Campbell. Do we turn to Chase Dollander? It's an interesting point. I said I might, but the game's so close. It's 3-0. 3 innings from Dollander doesn't seem impossible. Ground ball at Max Muncy. On to second one. Miller back onto first. Double play. We may turn to Dollander for the 8th. And maybe, of course, the 9th. If things stay as they are. Ronald Chavez into the game for Boston. We are looking to add on. 3 innings away from a World Series. And Matt Vierling has done it again! How about that for insurance? 456 feet to left center worth of insurance. Matt Vierling, that's another World Series home run. I was telling you, I was thinking he was swinging the bat well. He just wasn't getting rewarded. And now Matty Ice has come up big in the World Series again. And that's not a meaningless home run. I know we're up by 3 already. They haven't scored a run, but that is a big-time home run that could end up being the difference in this game. It was right down the middle. Perfect from Vierling. I believe that's his 3rd World Series home run.
1 and 2's the count.
Pretty incredible. And Chavez is leaving pitches down the middle. Good timing, but it looked like Tolia was a little bit out in front of that. Fastball. This is hit pretty well to right field. That's going to send the password back. He's at the wall. He's going to let this bounce off the wall. Takes it off to Karam. So no out double for Michael Tolia as we keep things going off Chavez. Here's Joc Pederson in the first inning. Slapped one deep to left center. Nearly got it out of here. Well, that's not true. Why did I think that was a double? He did get it out of here. That was a 2-run homer. Anyway, now he's up again, hitting over 400. The double, I guess, was the second double of his unreal game. But did homer in this one. That's right, he did it again. He's a monster. Hitting off a lefty can be a little bit more difficult, but it seems like Joc Pederson can hit anybody at this point, and he's been clutch. He's been everything we ever could have dreamed of. Swings through a fastball that time. A little bit tougher off the lefty. Early timing, and Pederson cannot stay. What's even white hot? He can't even stay white hot. Red hot is not even accurate. He's been unbelievable. That's a pitch to hit. Brenton Doyle shoots it into the outfield. We're going to try and score on that. Here's the throw. It is up the line. Michael Tolia scores. Brenton Doyle with a big single, or excuse me, a big one-out double to knock Chavez out of the game. They turn to Garth Hutchins, who we've seen. He's a challenge. Sends our lead to 5-0. Basayo hits this hard the other way. Got a lot of speed. This catch is made. And the throw gets away. We're going to try and score on this. Here's the play at the plate. Not in time. Brenton Doyle scores on a fly out to left. Oh my goodness. Heads up base running, taking advantage of the errant throw. 6-0 Rockies. There's a sick changeup. You're worried that it's going to be the cutter. And that's the cutter. Tovar swings and misses. We are 2 innings, 6 outs away from a World Series victory, beating the Red Sox 4-1. We're going to bring in Chase Dolander. He's pitched fairly well in the postseason. Limited opportunities. He was awful to start the year. Spent a lot of the season in AAA, but then found it in the second half of the year. Has definitely found it in the postseason. ERA under 3. We want 6 outs from him. 6 outs to avenge the World Series loss to Boston almost 20 years ago. Here's Chase Dolander to win it. Out of the bullpen. There's out number 1, 5 to go. When Dolander locates, he is unhittable. Sometimes location can be a problem. He sometimes is wild out of the zone, but also wild in the zone, leaving pitches middle, and hitters have taken advantage.
You got a full count.
And we are on the verge of walking Masataka Yoshida. Here's the 3-2. Chopper at Tovar, charging, throwing, making the play, 2 away. 4 outs to go. The Red Sox will need to score 6 runs and 4 outs to work with it. The ground ball up the middle. Wilyer Abreu reaches with 2 outs. 2-out base runner against Dolander. It's not freak out chase. That one's going to drop in for a hit. Vierling can't get to it. Meyer looking for 2. The throw to second base takes Tovar towards the outfield. It's a 2-out double for Marcelo Meyer. And the Red Sox have action off Chase Dolander. Getting a little bit unlucky. Very early on the fastball. And now it's Rafael Devers. Could cut our lead in half with one swing. And he nearly did. Pulls the four-seamer foul. Curveball, got him! Devers way out in front. Big strikeout for Dolander, who fooled the absolute hell out of Devers. Alek Manoah in for the Red Sox. They may have given up. This is your chance, Max Muncy. If ever there was a chance, this is your chance. Ground out to first.
Got him.
But obviously, we've got a pretty good lead. All we can think about is the top half of the ninth. We are 3 outs away from winning a World Series in Rockies franchise. I can barely believe it. Come on, Nojo. He pops up. It's good timing. Good inning for Alek Manoah. 3 outs away. Dolander to win us a World Series. It's a good part of their order, though. 4, 5, 6. Here is Tristan Casas. Strike up and away at 97 from Chase Dolander. Lands. Running a little bit higher. Higher than high.
Nope. Ball.
The take for Casas. 2-2. 3-2. Come on, Chase. Fly ball at Matt Vierling. This might go over his head. It's going to chase Vierling all the way back to the wall. Casas digging out for 2. And it's a leadoff double in the top of the ninth for Tristan Casas. Trying to get the ball rolling for Boston. It's a decent pitch, but a better swing. Connor Wong now. 0 for 2. Fastball by him. 1-2. Foul ball. I want to see this slider go to work. And it will! Wong chases off the plate, 1 down. Christian Campbell. Can he hit the heater? Doesn't even swing at it. 3-2. Needed that pitch. Got it.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Very similar pitch. But it will be ball 4. Campbell with the free pass. Fastball. Fouled away. 1-2. Chase Dolander. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Chase. Living up to his name. That slider's going to work. And it will be the password. Trying to find the answer to their offensive problems. He's going to have a big moment here. And even then, the Red Sox will need more big moments. Down to their final out. Here's the 1-1.
Ball up.
2-1. 2-2. Fastball catches up in it at 98. I think all of Denver, all of Colorado, all of the world knows what this next pitch is going to be. Here's the 2-2. Josh Nixon to keep Boston alive. He won't do it! Another strikeout for Dolander to win Colorado the World Series. The Colorado Rockies are World Series champs in 2027. No, it is 20 years later. I think what I was talking about earlier, saying almost 20 years. No, it's 20 years. I was thinking it was 2025 because that's the real life year. But of course, in the game, it's 2027. And that World Series trophy will say Colorado Rockies. 2027 World Series champs. Dollander flashing an elite slider for the first time all year. It's important to note that. That was the best he's looked. Rob Manfred out onto the field to hand us the trophy. World Series champs. And this series is not over. Sure, we have accomplished the ultimate goal. But we went on an underdog run. We beat some really good teams. But in the end, only one champion can be crowned, and it was the Colorado Rockies. Off of another unreal Luzardo start, another Joc Pederson and Matt Vierling World Series home run. Definitely use code Bengal on Underdog, of course. Of course. If placed the Rockies to win the World Series, congratulations to you. That's an incredible pick. But congratulations to us. A lot of hard work, right? But in the end, the Red Sox could not win a game at Coors. In fact, they had 0 runs in the final 2 games in Colorado. I mean, their offense beat us 5-1 in Game 2, scored 6 in Game 3, but they mostly were not that great. As we will head to the offseason, I mean, we've got to see these performances. Luzardo, 0.25 ERA, 0.76 whip. Dollander came in and shoved when he needed to. Struck out 27 in 21 innings. Very nice numbers. Ryan Feltner was incredible. Carson Palmquist did a really good job in limited opportunities, but our biggest, most clutch hitter was this guy. The 34-year-old Pederson hit close to 400, had 6 homers, and in the World Series, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 10 RBIs, walked more than he struck out by a lot, struck out 1 time the entire series. What an incredible performance. But I'll tell you, as good as he was with the 3 homers, Matt Vierling came out and hit 3 homers against Boston as well. What a World Series for him. All he did was hit home runs. So, what a time for Matt Vierling to get hot. And it should say, World Series MVP. As your contract has come to an end, you will need to sign a new team or new one for the upcoming season. The following teams have made you an offer: Rockies, Mets, Astros, Yankees. That would be a lot of fun. A lot to consider. But for now, we are going to stay in Colorado. Obviously. That could be a good way to keep this series alive after we become really good, hopefully. Retired players, well, there goes a rotation spot. John Means is retired due to ability. I think you can still go, dude. He had a 3 ERA, dominant in the postseason. But that's actually a big spot for us. That's going to give Jorge Santana probably an easy rotation spot. And, I mean, that's pretty much going to do it for all the important ones. There are some in here. Nobody gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. And we've got to make some tough decisions here in the offseason. We got some relievers. Where do we bring him back? Sir Anthony Dominguez had some tough moments, but was overall pretty good. 2.56 ERA in 81 innings. Our bullpen was fantastic. I don't know if we want to change anything up. Got Victor Vodnik to potentially come up. Todd Daly to come up. And then Jorge Santana, I think is now a 20-year-old. Would still be unbelievably young for the major leagues, but He's got a really good chance to make the rotation out of camp. Really good chance to. But off-season up next. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Joc Pederson won World Series MVP and also playoff MVP, which a little bit lame. He should have been World Series MVP. And I know he had a good postseason, but playoff MVP to me was Jesus Luzardo. And I think we'll give him that in our heart. He was unbelievable. But now I'll actually see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.